I don't get to do a huge amount of research in my job because it's kind of more technical based and you're helping other users. You don't really have your own project. So this was quite nice for me to be able to actually have my own little area of research and kind of see a project from start to finish rather than just collaborating, which is what I kind of normally do.
My boss there was a long-standing member of the Royal Microscopy Society, and he was very keen for me not to just describe what I was seeing, but he always wanted me to describe why I was seeing what I was seeing when I looked down a microscope. So he wanted me to have some kind of understanding of the systems we were working with, and really know how to use the microscope to explain the analysis we were doing.
This program is a perfect opportunity to increase the knowledge and expertise, but also give you the opportunity to get mentorship and potential professional collaboration.
For me, I don't get a huge amount of opportunities to be able to leave the lab because obviously we need to be there to run the microscopes and help users. So I don't really get a huge amount of opportunities or chances to go away for week-long courses or anything like that. Whereas this one could be done within work.
For me, I think the RMS Diploma, it offered the opportunity to fit the qualification and the study and the work around my day job. So the work I was doing at the time at Innovia Films, in fact, the subject matter I chose for my project was directly related to work we were doing at the time.
Confocal, which I do at work anyway, and electron microscopy, which I also do at work, but I'd been wanting to learn electron tomography. So this was ideal. So I could learn electron tomography for work, but also at the same time as kind of having my own other reasons for wanting to do it.
So the project I decided to study was predominantly based around atomic force microscopy. AFM was something that the department had introduced a number of years before I even joined, actually, but I'd never really had the time to develop it. We knew it was the perfect kind of system for the polymer materials we were looking at. It had the high lateral resolution, excellent Z resolution.
My case really was the development a 3D home mount protocol, specifically in the skin.
So what I enjoyed most about doing the diploma, I think, was probably the interaction with other RMS members. So that came about from the MMC Congress, the conference and meetings. And I think I mentioned earlier as well, it kind of introduced me to, I had an RMS project mentor at Warwick, so it gave me access to experts in the field that I wouldn't have had.
The thing I enjoyed most about doing the diploma was being able to do my own work at my own time, and kind of being able to see the project through from the start to the finish. Whereas normally my work is kind of, I get some samples, analyse them for people and then send them off. Whereas with the diploma, I could do everything myself. I processed, I imaged, I analysed, and then I was able to write up the report with all the discussions and conclusions and stuff.
What I really enjoy from the actual courses is the opportunity to be involved in a project that I was driving myself in a way. Of course, the program involved a mentorship and a supervisor, but basically, because it's the project of the diploma, I have the opportunity to kind of really self-drive the project.
I would just say do it. You do get so much out of it. And you don't really realise at the time. I think afterwards, once you've completed it, then you're kind of like a really good sense of accomplishment, oh, I've done that.
You need to really consider that it's going to be a bit of time involvement, and it is not for granted. You really need to do an extra mile of work.
So my advice to somebody else thinking of doing the diploma would actually be, I think, just do it. I ummed and ahed and thought about it for quite a while. I felt like I needed to get experience in the field before I kind of jumped in and committed to it. But in hindsight, it was really an opportunity to help me get that experience in the field.